It's going to be tight. Fee-fi-fo season done. Eagles outclassed the Giants 38-7. This one was over early. Here's Sirianni with a reluctant comparison. Take a listen.
To have him out there is like, I know this is high praise, but to have him out there is like having, I shouldn't even go there, but like his having like Michael Jordan out there. Like, he's your leader. He's your leader. He's your guy. He's your, like that's hopefully that's the biggest respect I can pay to him, comparing to his ability to being on the field to a Michael Jordan type. Like, this guy leads, he brings this calmness to the entire team. He plays great football. He's tough as they come. Yeah, I mean, to me, there ain't nobody has played any better football than him this year.
Broussard, you buying that?
No.
Good.
He went too far. And I'm not opposed to Jordan comparisons. No. Nick knows I compare Patrick Mahomes to him. But here's a couple reasons. One, Jordan, Hurts hadn't even won. Let's see him win some stuff first. But even if he does, Jordan not only won championships, but he dominated individually as well. And his statistics, leading the league 10 years and scoring 3 times and still. Like, Hurts may win and dominate in that regard, but his individual stats aren't like, oh my gosh. That's why I compare Mahomes to him. But what I will say, I like the leadership. I love his intangibles. I think more appropriate NBA comparisons would be maybe Magic Johnson, because Magic's numbers, he only averaged 19 points a game, but his leadership, his charisma, making everybody in the locker room believe. That's what Hurts has. And the second one, though, because Magic obviously was more jovial and smiling all the time, I would say Tim Duncan. A quiet, because, Jalen's personality isn't as jovial as Magic's, but it's not quite Duncan, but it's that quiet
I'm glad we're all calming down and now just comparing him to top 10 all-time guys instead of top 2 all-time guys. I'm glad we're pumping the brakes a bit on the Jalen Hurts hype train. But go ahead, sorry.
Hey, I'm not. I loved it. Sirianni, he's in there with him every single day. He knows what he has, and he's going to try to give him the highest praise possible. Now, we all know he's not Michael Jordan.
Okay.
He didn't say he is Michael Jordan. He's comparing him in what he has provided, like, period. Like, you're not going to compare somebody, try to give somebody high praise and then say, oh, yeah, he's like Shaquille O'Neal. No, you're going to go to the highest peak.
You might.
No,
you're going to go to the
highest. But you're going to go to the highest peak to make sure your point is received and comes across.
Okay, but that's fine. But his coach, all right, we don't have to. I understand what Greg's saying. What also, by evidence of the fact that we are currently showing Michael Jordan highlights, if you didn't watch that Eagles-Giants game, it wasn't that compelling, America.
Throw it in there.
The
Look at that mid-range game.
And I've got to listen. I said for the last month that the Eagles were primed to go one and done in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought they'd likely be playing not the Giants because I didn't think the Giants were going to beat the Vikings, but I was wrong. And so the Eagles not only won, they looked awesome. They looked, the way they ran that ball was fantastic, and they sapped the spirit from the Giants.
True.
But the other thing that was working against the Giants and sapped their spirit was...
Come on, it's a good defense.
Okay. And you're going to have good defenses in that division, and you're going to have good teams, and the quarterback's not good. Okay, guys, sorry, but Daniel Jones is who we thought he was.
All right.
And here, what are you upset about, Greg? This is Giants fans, the folks down at the bodega that I see every day that get angry at me. This loss was not the best thing for you. I told you Friday was to win. The second best thing is what happened, which is not only get beaten, but get beaten badly in a way where Daniel Jones looks out of his depth, so you prevent the franchise crippling mistake of giving him 4 years, $140 million. You can't do it. Daniel Jones is, you have to coach the game in such a way with the training wheels and the 5-yard offense, just can't. And so it's fine. It's fine stopgap. You franchise tag him, so be it. But you cannot commit to this guy long term. And you saw a big reason why in yesterday's earnings.
100% disagree. 100% disagree. I think we're too strapped to what Daniel Jones has been in the past versus what he accomplished this season. Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback. Yes,
wow.
I'm saying it.
Great.
If you are starting a franchise, give me 10 guys that you would take over Daniel Jones right now. And
Really?
Brian,
Here we go.
yeah, Dable is the quarterback.
Okay. Can I give
Go
it to you?
ahead. Give me
All right,
10.
let's just try it. Mahomes, Burrow, the Prince, Lamar, Allen, Herbert. That's 6
Yep,
just
that's
in the
6. Keep
AFC.
going.
Can
Lamar?
I said
You said
Lamar.
Lamar already.
Dak?
The Dak.
Nope. You're not doing it.
Wow.
Yes, of
You're
course I
not
would.
doing it.
What do you mean I'm not doing it?
You're not taking
I'm
Dak.
not, I would take Kyler over him, even though I don't.
Ah, come on.
What?
Exactly.
Oh,
no,
hold on.
there's argument.
Herbert?
So no.
Hold on.
Herbert?
I
He's
said-
already said that.
I already said
Continue.
Herbert.
What a take.
I'll give you one. Hurts.
Hurts. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, what's
So now
that,
we're at
7?
9. The Deshaun Watson. Now we're at 10.
No, you would not take Deshaun
Yes,
Watson.
I would.
No,
On the field,
you're going
yes.
off, you're
On the
going off
field.
of history of what you hope he
Greg,
could
I'm going
get
off
back.
the fact that I watched Daniel Jones' whole career. He can't be a top 10 quarterback.
He
Greg.
threw 15 touchdowns in 16 games. That's you want that?
Greg, and
Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback. I don't want to hear.
it. We're
I don't want to
basing
hear
it-
y'all backpedaling
But
next
we're
year.
basing- okay, I
when
will
he starts
backpedal.
balling.
I will front
Don't
pedal.
worry.
Love it.
And we're basing it because he had a great game against the Vikings, who also Mike White, Teddy Bridgewater, and Mac Jones all threw for more than 300 yards on him.
Mac Jones, of course, he's a
I mean,
player.
come on.
Okay,
Greg,
here's
it's
how
too much.
confident we were
It's too much.
as a staff in Trevor Lawrence. We didn't have one meeting about bringing the trumpets back. A meager 217 yards
Oh, stop it.
with a touchdown and an interception. He goes as far in the playoffs as Daniel Jones.
And Josh Allen. Same resume this year as Josh Allen.
Put a
Division
grade on his
title.
royal performance. He did give his teammates high fives.
Oh, the
after
leadership
the
is an
game.
A+. Put a grade. He gets an A-.
A minus.
Come on.
What are y'all
That's
talking
as bad
about?
as him saying Jones is a top
What are y'all
10
Watch your
quarterback.
mouth now. Watch your mouth. Wilds, cut it out.
I didn't say anything.
You're laughing, so
I'm laughing
you're
at
in.
your
Nick,
response.
it's a
Oh, okay.
C.
Yes.
Oh, give me
It's
a
a
break.
C.
Yes.
Well, hold on. What's
He was
Josh Allen's
fine.
grade? What's Josh Allen's grade?
A C.
Minus.
No.
You're
Nope.
saying Josh Allen and
come to
Trevor
me.
Lawrence.
Josh.
Come to me.
Oh, I thought you meant Trevor.
It's a B. Trevor Lawrence's performance is a B. He didn't do anything that stood out, but he didn't hurt his team. His team hurt him more than he hurt
Correct.
his team. Trevor
Yes.
Lawrence's performance
Didn't
was
he
a
throw
B.
an interception?
Yes, at the end, down 10, trying to desperation play.
You weren't that forgiving about Josh's interception.
Josh
Oh,
Allen
come
was
on.
terrible in that game. His team scored 10 points. Trevor Lawrence was on the road, not at home. He was playing a champion, not the Bengals. He was
Champion?
Yeah, a team with championship
champion-
pedigree.
years
not
ago.
the
Yeah,
defending
way back.
champion.
Way back.
Yes,
That was
2
a
years
long
ago.
time
The
ago.
2 years ago.
wild.
My
It's like the
apologies.
Ravens are the
But-
champions, too,
But
I guess.
regardless, to act like the stakes were anything at all the same is ludicrous. He was a massive underdog on the road.
Agreed.
In the loudest
No, but
environment in the
how's he getting
sport.
an A minus? He was fine.
What?
That's a C.
Okay.
He was
That's
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Y'all,
Okay.
y'all
Great.
keep.
You
You know what? We nailed that segment. I told you, power packed 8 minutes. Coming up next is the Bill.